Are you a business owner or employee who needs to network but is terrified of walking into a room full of people you don't know? Are you afraid of being left out of conversations or being awkward in the conversations you do have? Your tour guide, Faithann, is here to walk alongside you through the networking terrain, offering tips and tricks to network with ease. She'll also bring insightful interviews with successful business owners who have used networking to expand their businesses. Building relationships is the heart of networking, and generosity is the cruise ship that will navigate you toward those important relationships for your business or career. Grab your sunscreen and suitcase. Faithann is ready. Are you?
Hello there, and welcome to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast. I'm glad you found the show. Networking is providing opportunities for others that they would not have except for you, so that you have standing to ask for opportunities from people when you need them. How do we create opportunities for others, and how do we ask for those same opportunities? Well, that's what this podcast is all about. It's what I'm here for. Let's dive into episode 36. This episode is a solo episode, and I'm so glad you've come back to hear more networking tips and tricks. I really appreciate you listening to this and following along. So this week, I want to talk about helping you help your clients refer you. So this episode is all around, first, getting over the mental block of asking your clients to refer you, and secondly, dropping those assumptions that we're making when it comes to our clients referring us. So I've been talking to some people this week, and I had a really great conversation with a business owner, and he was unsure how to get his clients to refer him. And he talked about sometimes his clients would say, yeah, I'll pass your name, and then he would never hear anything. So we talked about instead giving his clients the language, offering up some language that might help make the actual referral happen. When we can give our clients specific language that they can use in an email introduction or a text introduction to the people they have influence over, this can be something that makes it easier for them to bring us up. It might seem like we would be bragging or that we would be being too sure of ourselves. And so that might be the reason why we don't want to put words in people's mouths, so to speak. But actually, it's easier. It's easier sometimes for us to give our clients the language to use so that they don't have to think about it. And it's not being bragging. It's not being untruthful. You're kind of making it easier for the referral to actually happen. And so you don't want to say, hey, use this language, but you can say, if it's helpful, I can write something that you can use, or I have some language you can use if that's helpful. If you find this helpful, and 9 times out of 10, they will find it helpful. And this is some language that you can start out with. This is language that just about anybody, any business owner can use. So there's 2 kinds of language. The first language that I'm going to tell you about is what you would say to your client to try and generate a referral from them. And then the second language is what you might offer to your client to say to those people they have influence over. So the first kind of language to even bring up the subject of a referral is, thank you so much, Mary. Your project is finished, and I'm looking to grow my businesses through referrals. I'm wondering if you might be willing to recommend me to your neighbor. If it's a home service, that's a really natural way to your neighbor. If it's a B2B service, you might say to another business owner that you're close with, or another business owner that you might meet at a networking event. If it's like a consumer product, you might say, I'm wondering if you might be willing to recommend my product to your coworker. So give them, to bring it up, say, thank you so much for your business. I'm looking for referrals, or I'm looking to grow my business. And that might be really obvious to you that you're looking to grow your business. We don't think about that. When that carpet cleaner's in our house, and when we're in the pet store, the local pet store with a local business owner, that restaurant owned by a local person, when we're getting our hair done, it doesn't always occur to us as the client that the person that we're using would like to grow their business. We don't know. Maybe we're at the hairdresser and the hairdresser is in her last month. We don't know. So it's helpful to tell your clients that you're either looking to grow or you're looking for referrals. Don't assume that they already know that. Tell them, I'm looking to grow my business. And if that person is using you, using your services or buying your product, they aren't going to push against that because they're a client, right? They believe in you. So they aren't going to push against, well, how dare you grow? No. Oh, great. They want to help. And I've said this so many times, people want to help us. We have to let them know how to help us. We have to let them know that we're looking for help in the way of referrals. Don't assume that people know that we're looking for referrals. Tell them, I'm looking to grow my business, and I'm wondering if you might be willing to make an introduction on my behalf. That's such a simple sentence. I'm looking to grow, or two sentences. I'm looking to grow my business, and I'm wondering if you might be willing to make an introduction on my behalf. And if you say it with warmth, with genuineness, with curiosity, not with expectation, but with curiosity, more than likely they'll receive it that way, and more than likely they'll try to help you. So that would be the language to bring up to your client. I'm looking to grow my business, and I'm wondering if you might be willing to make an introduction on my behalf. Or I'm wondering if you might be willing to listen for a referral for me. That's another way you can put it. And then this is also really helpful if they say, sure, I'm willing to help you. And then you leave it at that without specifying who you're looking for. It may not occur to them who to actually refer you to. And again, this may seem really obvious to us as business owners. Well, of course, our client's going to know who to refer us to. Maybe not. I mean, we just don't know, and we don't think about it because we're always thinking about ourselves. We're not thinking about other people. And so we have to help people.
Hi, listeners. Do you struggle when it comes time to deliver your introduction or pitch at your networking meetings? Faithann has put together the 8 tips she uses to make her introduction stand out when she networks. And now you can use them too. Imagine walking into your next event with confidence, knowing exactly how to stand out so people actually remember you. These tips are designed to spark your creativity so you can bring more personality, energy, and originality into your introduction, helping you feel more confident and making it easier for people to connect with you. Grab your free copy of 8 Ways to Make Your Introduction Stand Out by clicking the link in the show notes and download it today.
So if you were a mobile detailer, you might say, the kind of person I'm looking for is a person a lot like you who, there you go, who, well, what are they like? A lot like you, who just purchased a new vehicle or who is concerned about the sun baking the coat of paint off of their vehicle. I'm you guys have to use your language because I don't know the right language, but you will know. All you got to do is think about it. Just sit down and think. If I could have my ideal client in front of me, what are they doing? What are they saying? What have they just done? What are they getting ready to do? What do they realize that they need to do? What do they want to do that they can't do? Answer those questions. What are they doing? What are they going to do? What are they going to get ready to do? What do they want to do that they can't? What do they realize they need to do? The end of those sentences are the referral gold when it comes to making it easy for people to send you a referral. So that answers that question, or that's the way you bring up the fact that you would like to have referrals from your clients. Now, as far as the language that you give them to use with the people they know, you would need to sit down and think about that. And it's probably going to be similar to the language you are using to tell the client that you're looking for referrals. So if I had just finished a coaching session, let's say with a client who needed help to create their elevator pitch, and I say, thank you, Mary, so much. This has been a great experience, and I thank you for trusting me with this very important part of your business. I'm looking to grow my business, and I'm wondering if you might be willing to make a strategic introduction on my behalf. And Mary says, sure. Thanks, Mary. I'm looking for the people that you network with who get nervous when it comes time to introduce themselves. Those are the kind of people that would make great introductions for me. Oh, sure, Faithann. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I would say, would it be helpful for me to give you a little script to use if you want to bring me up? Yeah, Faithann. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Sure, I am happy to do that for you. Then I would send this in a text or an email. So let's say the person that Mary is going to reach out to is Jane. So then I would type this. This is what I would send Mary. In the email, I would say, thanks, Mary, for agreeing to make an introduction on my behalf. In case you come upon somebody who's really nervous to give their 60-second presentation or their pitch at a meeting, here is some language that you might use. Hi, Jane. I just finished a session with Faithann, and she helped me craft my elevator pitch. And I'm so excited because now at my next networking meeting, I'm going to be able to deliver it because I'm going to know what to say. And I'm so excited to see how I'll feel when I'm done delivering my pitch. Would you be open to an introduction to Faithann to see if she might be able to help you as well? Something like that. And that's what I would send. And then Mary could decide, I like this part, I don't like this part. At least it would give her mind something to help her compose her own if she didn't want to use what I sent her, but at least it would give her the structure instead of having to think of something from scratch. So let's not be afraid to let our clients know that we're looking for referrals. Let's not be afraid to offer to give them the language to use to bring us up. Let's not assume that people know who we're looking for. Just because people know that I'm an XYZ doesn't mean they know when they're standing in the middle of a referral for me. And I say this when it comes to other business owners, but it also applies to our clients. Our clients can refer us. They're actually the best kinds of referrals because they've used us. They've experienced our service, they've experienced our product, and they're very well positioned to talk about us in the best light. So don't forget to ask your clients if they are willing to make an introduction on your behalf. Now, taking all of these steps, imagine how much more in control you can feel for at least creating the groundwork for these referrals to happen. So when you finish your service or during your ongoing service with your client, you don't have to hope and pray that they'll refer you if you're letting them know that you're looking to grow your business. And then when you do let them know that you want to grow and you want to use referrals to grow your business, you don't have to just hope and pray that they'll agree to make an introduction because you're going to ask them if they're willing. And then if they are willing, you don't have to hope and pray that they'll actually make the introduction because then you're going to offer to have language available to them so that they can easily, if they want to, bring you up in conversation. And then after they've agreed to make an introduction and you've given them the language, you don't have to hope and pray that they're going to do it because then you can say, would it be okay if I followed up with you in 2 or 3 days to see how the conversation went? So all of that, offering to follow up once they've made the introduction, would it be all right if I followed up with you? It's just putting you back in the driver's seat of these referrals instead of just doing a great job for your client and hoping and praying that they will refer you. They want to, and let's just make it easy for them to do that. And let's put ourselves in the driver's seat of these referrals from our clients. Well, thank you so much for listening to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast, and take these tips and at your next client meeting, at your next job completed for a client, use some of these tips and tricks and see if it doesn't make referrals easier for you to receive from your clients.
You've been listening to the Networkers Tour Guide podcast with Faithann Basor. Share this episode with a friend and be sure to come back next week for more networking tips and tricks from the Networkers Tour Guide.